setting on, faster than ever. If I ever lose, setting on, bigger and better. Hitting roller coaster, come bigger, bolder, faster. Boom, I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum.
Let me start. Many people ask me why my name is Mindy like girl, you know. Actually, my Web3 name, Mindy, was from the movie called Don't Look Up. Have you ever seen the movie in Netflix, Don't Look Up, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence? Yeah. Yeah, actually, it's a black comedy that's sarcastic about people being complacent about the huge comet is coming to Earth that will destroy the Earth. I think that I believe this is happening right here in Web3 also, because people isn't unaware of the flow of change that Web3 would bring. So I named after the movie Don't Look Up. The main character is Professor Mindy, so I named my Web3 name as Mindy. Anyway, not yet. Okay. And also, I was in the my actual name was not Mindy before I'm joining the Web3 community. I was Sean, and I was a founding partner of Oasis Equity Partners, which is a private equity firm in Korea. And also, I invested more than $6 billion in investing various projects when I was in finance industry. So the reason why I came to the Web3 and NFT maximalist, because I think that NFT is the most valuable use case of blockchain that can connect metaverse, real world, and it can be used in various industries. So that is why I came to the Web3 and starting business in Web3. No deck yet? Okay.
Makes sense. She flipped out on you? Big time? Yeah. Aggressively? I wish she did it on me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I already introduced myself.
Yeah.
And there's no deck yet. Okay.
We are experiencing a little delay in terms of the presentation.
Mm-hmm.
How is South Korea, my friend?
Yeah, it's
in the
freaking
blockchain
cold.
space.
Yeah,
Like how is the ecosystem Web3? What do you think people people are adopting the space?
Yeah, the major difference between Philippine and Korean Web3 community is that actually we have a very low penetration rate compared to Philippine. I heard that there are more than 35% of people in Philippine have experience in buying NFTs, but in South Korea it's less than 2%. So it's really a subculture right in Korea. But we have many heavy collectors,
Yeah.
but it's not in the mass adoption stage.
So since the percentage is so low, what made you start in this field? Like what is driving you? Why are you talking about art in the NFT today?
Yeah, actually, I was not a DeFi maxi, but I am NFT maximalist because.
And
as
it looks like we have the slides. Surprise!
Wow. Yeah.
Merry Christmas!
Yes, everybody!
Thank you.
Thank you, man. You're awesome.
Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. Yeah. It was me. Yeah. So I'm from finance, the investment banking and private equity firm, and then I founded Yay Labs. Yeah. Next slide, please. So today's topic is about connecting a physical asset to a digital token. Next slide, please. So, do you know Tiffany minted an NFT called NFT? Yeah, it's it's a pendant for a CryptoPunk holder that they can buy Tiffany's NFT and then make pendants for design for the CryptoPunk holders. Next slide, please. Yeah, and it worked well. It minted in 20 ETH, and it go on the 60 ETH for the floor price. But what about now? Next slide, please. Yeah, it only traded over 10 days because the NFT doesn't have value at all after commission to Tiffany to make your own pendant. So what does it mean? Next slide, please. So what if I sold, I'm selling the CryptoPunk of the pendant, then what does the pendant mean? Or what if I want to sell CryptoPunk with my pendant, then how can you do that? There's no solution for that for now. So I think this is just a souvenir so that it's meaningless if you sell a CryptoPunk or if you lost your NFT. So we need to connect physical asset and also and NFT. So let's take another example. Next slide, please. For Gucci, Gucci is very actively entering into the Web3 and metaverse space. So they are minting lots of projects right now. Next slide, please. And this is Gucci bag with Zepeto. You can buy Gucci bag in Zepeto, but it can be only used in Zepeto ecosystem. So what if Zepeto is no longer, useful to using in metaverse? Next slide, please. Next slide, please. So what if you want to use your Gucci bag bought in Zepeto to use in Decentraland, other side, or other kinds of metaverse? I think the fundamental philosophy underneath the NFT and Web3 spaces is that it is open sourced and also it is platform neutral. So you should use your NFTs no matter what kind of metaverse you are. So I think I'm wondering, what if we can use our own bag, the Gucci bag that you can buy from department stores or any flagship stores in everywhere? Then you can use your own bag as items in various of metaverse. I think that is the point that we need a linkage between NFT and physical asset. Next slide, please. So this kind of approach has already been made in many legacy business, like, next slide, please. Like Amiibo. Do you know Amiibo in Nintendo? Yeah. You can buy lots of merches of game items, and then you can get also game item in various games in Nintendo. You can tag on the controller to the merch, and then you can get a game item. But as I said, it's not platform neutral, obviously. You can use your merch only in the Nintendo's ecosystem. Yeah, next one, please. And also, it's very easy to make replica, there are many ways to not buying the merch and then getting game items. So, next slide, please. So, that is the background of physical back token. So, we need platform neutral, and also we need a hard to make replica, and also we need blockchain technology to be implemented. That is the background of PBT. Yeah. So the PBT, physical back token, introduces an open source token standard for connecting physical assets to NFT and on the Ethereum blockchain. So it is proposed as a Ethereum standard, and Azuki project already implemented it on their project and then minted a golden skateboard. Yeah. So, next slide, please. So the PBT works in two simple principles. First one is every NFT and every physical asset is associated with one physical chip and physical NFT. So that, and second one is that NFT can be transferred only when only when you can tag your phone to the chip, which means that the NFT can only be transferred only if the real physical asset is transferred to another. Yeah, next slide, please. So as I said, it is used in Azuki. Next slide, please. Yeah, and also I said, yeah. As I said in Amiibo's case, it is way better than QR code in terms of security. So it is hard to make replica because it is a chip. Inside, you can store the private key. So it is like your wallet inside of your chip, so that no one can hack your wallet like so its security is like it's like a blockchain. So it uses the Escada, do you know, the elliptic curve security system used in Ethereum. So that it's really hard to make replica. Yeah. So I'm not advertising the chip, but I'm not making the chip also. But it's chips. I brought a chip. Yeah. This is chip from Azuki team. I brought from the market, and it's really easy to implement to your project. And also, I'm using this chip also. So with physical back token and PBT technology, you can easily link your physical assets and your projects with some merches, fashion, luxury goods, fine arts, or what kind of project or game or games merge. What kind of project you are in, you can use it as a use case for PBT. Next slide, please. So the key takeaway of PBT is that it can be used as a decentralized authentication, and also you can track the ownership on on-chain data like NFT. Yeah, and also it can be ignored that the customers can have a new digital experience through the physical products. So next slide, please. So in summary, PBT is NFT as a proxy for physical assets, and also it can be used in verification of physical asset, and also it can be used in on-chain tracking on NFT ownership. So I thought it is best fit with physical art. Next slide, please. So let me give you some use cases of PBT. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. So what if an artist creating an artwork in the canvas that has a built-in chip inside on the canvas, and then mint as an NFT, and then you can get both physical artwork with the NFT with certification of authenticity and ownership. So it can be best use case. But as you know, already the Chanel bags or Gucci bags or like kinds of luxury items or game merch, projects merch, it can be used various industry. But I think the trailing the ownership history and also the authentication is right fit on the physical art spaces. So I think it can change the art scene. Next change, please. So I believe NFT is changing many different industries through changing cognition of digital assets and also solving information asymmetry because blockchain is open sourced and the data is open to everyone. And also it's kind of sort of digital transformation. So if you can adopt NFT technology, then it can boost the digital transformation also. So next slide, please. And I think those concepts and those advantages of implementing NFT technology to reality is standing out in the community also. So I'm actively engaging in BAYC, CloneX, Goblin Soul, and Doodles in Korea. Well, they are very warm-hearted and very open to everyone. If you buy some NFTs of those kind of projects, you can be a part of the community because if you know the wallet address, then you can join the community. But next slide, please. But for art collecting community, it's really close community because community members seem to think each other as a competitor because they want to know better or know better with have a relationship with gallery to get a better works, better artworks. So I think, next slide please, implementing the PBT technology and NFT culture, then it can change also the art collectors community. I think not only technically but also culturally it can change the art market, and also it is also happening here in Korea right now. Next slide please. Next slide please. So this is my project. I'm also making use cases for Web 2 and Web 3 that I own galleries in Korea and then build a metaverse so that people can have experiences both in metaverse and physical world for their fine art pieces. Next slide, please. And also we are inviting fine artists in Western countries so that they can draw paintings in the built-in chip inside. Yeah, next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yeah. So I think many people are talking about the investing projects, but I believe that NFT should be used as a consumer or production goods rather than just a proof of concepts or investment projects. That can sustainable the whole industry and for if you use as a consumer goods in approaching this industry as a consumer goods or production goods, then the sustainability of this space can be high. Yeah, next slide, please. So I believe NFT is a key technology that will enable blockchain to be used in most diverse industries. Thank you.
Philippine Blockchain Week. See you next year.